Imagine entering a scenario in which there is a lot of stress, there is a lot of miscommunication, and there are words that are not said that are hanging in the air. This occurs far too frequently in the dynamics of our personal relationships, as well as in the ways in which we perform our jobs. That which is positive, embracing the transformative power of presence, allows for the dissolution of these walls and the cultivation of genuine connections. Giving your undivided attention to the people, things, and ideas that are in your immediate environment is an essential component of being truly present. Being physically present is simply one aspect of being present. In this piece, we will discuss the concept of presence and how it can help us develop empathy, improve our ability to communicate, and bring about general harmony in our lives. In the event that you remain here, we will reveal some helpful information, one of which is a shocking strategy that can assist you in developing better relationships and making your day-to-day existence more positive. If you subscribe to our channel, you will be able to join us on this journey toward greater harmony. You realize that the ultimate aim of your existence is to gradually embody that component of consciousness in your daily interactions as presence develops. This realization leads you to stop focusing on your personal needs and desires and instead realize that this is the ultimate purpose of your life. When it comes to this, the answer varies widely from person to person. It is important to remember that there is a level that goes beyond the particulars, regardless of the goals or meanings that you may have for your life on a personal level. The end goal is to achieve a state of awareness in which one is completely present in this field. There are times when I will assert that it is the natural path of human consciousness. Due to the fact that this is the only way for humanity to get out of this precarious situation in our history, it is of the biggest importance. From your perspective, everything else in life is really a coincidence. Some of the many aspects of your personal life that you hold in high regard are your relationships, your health, your career, the environment in which you work, and the place where you live. Remember to keep these concepts in mind as you work toward living a life of harmony. They are extremely important. On the other hand, in the end, this can only be accomplished if you accept the existence of an additional aspect that is more significant in comparison to those other things, which, despite their importance, take a secondary position. With that level of awareness, you are able to respond to the people and situations that occur in your life. It is your primary objective in life to be completely present. When you do this, it permeates all elements of your life, including your partnerships, your professional life, and the way you react to challenging people and challenging circumstances. Your major objective should be to arrive at this awareness, which is that your current state of consciousness is the most important and significant thing. The second issue is the problem itself, which you have to confront or accept, particularly if there is nothing you can do at the present to change the situation. Accepting the present moment in its entirety is sometimes all that is necessary to move on. This is the case in certain situations. Being fully present in the moment and embracing it to its utmost extent can immediately boost you. When you become a teacher of presence and allow presence to flow into your life, you will gradually become aware of small changes in your conduct, including how you respond to challenges and difficulties, how you behave in personal relationships, and how you behave at work, for example. For instance, you might discover that certain people who used to irritate you no longer do so because they have changed. If you are able to learn how to control your ego, you may find that you are able to love and accept your family members despite the fact that they have deficiencies. You are no longer the one to start disputes because your ego has been completely eradicated. If you want to avoid being a doormat, you could find that you are more confident in your ability to give your opinion, not out of fury or fright, but rather from a point of present awareness. You have the potential to communicate. It is not uncommon for highly dysfunctional work situations to allow individuals to take action without really being present. It is only when you have exhausted all other options that you will be able to successfully leave a dysfunctional situation, that you will be able to make an attempt to be present. It is possible that your behaviors will be a reflection of your knowledge, which may include letting go of a relationship or situation without blaming, criticizing, or obsessively rehashing the past for years to come. It is quite evident that this condition is no longer serving your needs. It does not correspond with the level of awareness that you currently possess. Either you can draw yourself out of the situation, or the situation will pull you out of it. Both options are available to you. Maintaining your presence in a work that is causing you problems can eventually result in your termination. That particular day will be the happiest day of your life. Every time you interact with a new individual, you bring with you the possibility of imparting to them a more comprehensive understanding of the significance of presence. There is another person who is affected by the mental disorder that you have. Teaching presence is not about conveying any information to another person. Rather, it is about demonstrating that condition of consciousness. In this sense, embodying presence, even to a limited degree, is teaching presence. You are able to demonstrate non-reactivity in situations such as when someone yells at you while you are driving. You do not instantly respond by yelling back. The opposite is true. When there is no one around to reply, the energy just disappears out of the window. Now, in contrast to the past, when you might have automatically yelled something in an effort to defend your ego, the fight is beginning to fade away. It is an egotistical reaction. When someone yells at you, you can respond by yelling back, or even contracting in fear. This is an example of emotional reactivity. The very fact that you are present can prevent the problem from becoming even more severe. When people allow their egos to get the better of them in situations when they are ignorant, it can lead to a great deal of unnecessary stress. Despite the fact that no one wishes for there to be conflict, their actions usually reveal that they intend for there to be conflict. For instance, politicians may assert that they are in favor of peace, but their actions may indicate that they are not. The most essential takeaway from this lesson is that the mental attitude you have has an effect on the people of your immediate environment. Even if they are unaware of it or do not comprehend it, they have the impression that something about you is amiss. You come to the realization that the events that occur in your life are not the fundamental factor that determines the experiences that you have in your life. When people are asked to explain the reasons behind the occurrence of specific events in their lives, some of them may suggest that karma is at work. What happens to you is not the only factor that determines the experience you have in life. How you react to the things that happen to you is equally as important. Being present in the various interactions we have has a significant impact, creating a positive ripple effect that extends well beyond the confines of our own life. As we become more skilled in the art of presence, not only does it improve our own mood, but it also has a significant impact on the individuals who are in our immediate vicinity. With the assistance of this transformative energy, every connection has the potential to feel more authentic and rewarding. This energy can also assist in the dissolution of misconceptions and the cultivation of a sense of community. One simple routine that may be easily developed is to pay close attention to what other people are saying. Instead of forming a reaction in your thoughts while the speaker is speaking, you should focus on fully immersing yourself in the words and emotions that they are expressing. By implementing this simple adjustment, you will be able to transform your relationships and build an atmosphere of understanding and respect. You are more than welcome to click the like button, type "now" in the comments section, and spread the word if you believe that this video contributed to your learning. It is also important to keep in mind that if you subscribe to our channel, you will have access to even more life-changing ideas that can help improve the quality of your relationships. We should stop wasting our time and energy trying to predict what might happen in the future, and instead focus on appreciating the splendor of the here and now. The time has come to stop worrying about the future. All too frequently, we are preoccupied with the future, fantasizing about our next promotion, vacation, or relationship milestone. And as a result, we fail to appreciate the marvels that are occurring in the here and now. Due to the fact that we are constantly worrying about what is going to happen in the future, we miss out on moments of enjoyment and connection that occur in the here and now. Is there any significance to the fact that we no longer have to be concerned about the future? By going deeper into this revolutionary thinking, you will learn how to live a life that is more meaningful by embracing the here and now. Stay with me for a while, because I have some useful advice that can significantly alter your perspective and make your vacation even more enjoyable. You must be looking for something that is more profound than what you now have. Each and every person's most profound yearnings cannot be fulfilled by the world. One thing that the world can do for you is to provide you with challenges, with the expectation that you will eventually come to your senses. It is impossible for the world to bring you happiness, since it was created for a different reason than to bring you happiness. Awakening your senses is the goal of this product. The way it operates is as described. As a result of this, it can be deduced that you are completely prepared to deal with whatever challenges you face at this moment. On the other hand, if you are unable to let go of your ego, you will either completely neglect the here and now, or you will continue to consistently detest it. In spite of the fact that this is a dreadful way of life, millions of people continue to live it without even being aware of the fact that it is unacceptable. They do not give much thought to the future until they are old, when they realize that there is not much time left. Until then, they do not devote much of their attention to the future. Over the course of time, the significance and weight of the past continue to increase. When it comes to the vast majority of people, living for the next instant is something that comes absolutely naturally and without conscious thought. They spend their entire lives looking forward to the day when their hopes and ambitions will be realized. From time to time, you may experience a few minor victories, and that is entirely okay. It is a wonderful feeling to achieve your objectives. Appreciate the beauty that is love. It is a breathtaking experience. Love is ephemeral, but it is great when it makes its appearance. Over the course of my life, I have come across a great number of individuals who, unfortunately, are extremely successful in comparison to the norms of the world. Notoriety, wealth, private planes, and instantaneous transit throughout the world are all opportunities that are available to them. After becoming famous and affluent, many people have told me that they experienced a brief but tremendous period of ecstasy. This is despite the fact that they are free to enjoy whatever they desire whenever they want. In spite of this, they eventually reached a point of mental and emotional devastation, and they started to have the impression that they no longer desired to continue living. This was not enough, even with all of their possessions in their possession. Some individuals even turned to the usage of drugs as a final resort. It is no longer feasible to deceive yourself into believing that life will be better when you have everything you could ever desire, once you have everything you could ever want. This knowledge has left me in utter disbelief and utter horror. You are the center of this human experience, and your sense of self and identity are at the center of it. Identity, or the sense of who you are, is the foundation around which your existence is built. It is essential for everyone to have a strong sense of who they are. Beginning when a person is still a youngster, the significance of their identity begins to drastically increase. It should go without saying that everyone needs a secure place to live and food to eat, but one could argue that love and affection are even more basic than these two things. In spite of this, identification is already inextricably linked to that requirement. There is a possibility that a lower sense of self-worth could result from a lack of early love and affection. When we talk about identity, what is the origin of a person's sense of self, which is what we mean when we define identity? How are you different from other people? Many people, particularly those who have not yet woken, have a tale about their past that serves as the foundation for their sense of who they are as a human. There are times when I will refer to this as the story of me. Every person has their own personal story of me. Quite frequently, individuals will refer to this narrative as my life. I would like you to give some thought to the following statement. My life has been full of unusual experiences from my past, both positive and negative. Nearly everyone can recall a period when they were between the ages of 18 and 17, and things did not go according to their planned course of action. The strange thing is that a lot of people get the impression that they haven't even started living yet, and a lot of other people have the impression that something went wrong somewhere. Their hope is that life will start when they find the person they are meant to be with, when they get that ideal career, or when they get that one piece of material possession. The subconscious yearnings of some individuals may not disappear, and when they reach retirement age, they may be surprised to learn that they are still waiting to begin living their lives on their own. Retirement is something that they look forward to with great excitement, because they see it as a liberating opportunity that will enable them to start living their lives to the fullest. As time goes on, the slogan, "When I retire, I can start living," becomes ingrained in their thought processes. They are tallying up the number of weeks and months that have passed. Finally, the moment has arrived for this. On their final day, they report to their workplace, where they wait for the clock to strike 5 before departing. The first few days and weeks of the internship are filled with exciting activities, such as going to the golf course, drinking cocktails, and even traveling on trips. But after some time, exhaustion begins to set in. The question, "Now what?" starts to emerge in your mind. As time goes on, they find themselves asking themselves, "Who am I now?" Their identification was determined by the position they held prior to departing from the corporation. For instance, they might have been the vice president of the organization. Suddenly, everything comes crumbling down, and as a result, they begin to question who they are as individuals. Surprisingly, it has the ability to make you feel as though you do not belong. When people reach retirement age, they frequently discover that they have nothing left to live for, and they either pass away or succumb to their illness within a few years after reaching retirement age. However, retirement was not the solution that they had thought they would find. Due to the fact that it has vanished, everyone is currently searching for it. There is no way that you will be able to find what you were looking for in the future, since, contrary to what you might think, that is not the case. Illusions of the future are not real. They will never materialize. In order to get the most out of life, it is more vital to focus on the here and now rather than stressing about what may happen in the future. If you are able to recognize the delight that is present in the here and now, you will be able to free yourself from the tension that is associated with the ongoing anticipation. By devoting some of your time to developing a more profound connection with both yourself and the people in your immediate environment, you may make your life more fulfilling. A gratitude jar is a straightforward yet efficient instrument that can be utilized to keep track of the seemingly insignificant aspects of one's life for which one expresses thanks on a daily basis. By cultivating an attitude of thankfulness and concentrating on the here and now, you can improve the quality of your day-to-day existence. In the event that this discussion has motivated you, you can demonstrate your support by liking the video and leaving a remark that says, "Now," to express your dedication to living in the present now. If you believe that this could serve as a reminder to someone to live in the present moment, then you should think about subscribing to our channel so that you can see further videos similar to this one.